Now, you've launched a very lucrative second career, so let's talk about that. You are the Silicon Valley Therapist.
I am. I am the Silicon Valley Therapist. I am a psychotherapist in Silicon Valley, and I specialize in working with people who are involved with video games, either as players or developers, and also all sorts of high-tech people and the super intelligent. You know, the super intelligent people who are so busy being so smart they actually run themselves into circles and create problems for themselves at times. I'm very good at helping them unwind the maze.
So is that the specialty, is dealing with incredibly intelligent people who may think themselves into neuroses?
I don't know about thinking themselves into neuroses, but they certainly can think themselves into corners.
Okay.
And sometimes they're so focused on a project and making that work, they're not as focused on making a lot of other things in their life work. It's not that they're not capable of it. It's simply a question of redirecting attention. I think I'm pretty good at being able to work with them, not get caught in the maze, like I say, with them. And if I can keep my grounding and my feet, I can help them land also. And that's been working very well so far. Right. And the way I work is by helping people see, in some cases, the absurdity of their viewpoint, because most of us, when we find ourselves stuck in a place, have made some sort of assumption along the way that's just absurd. Right. And we refuse to acknowledge it. And so if I can help you see that, and that's what I do, is I help people see the parts of where they're going that aren't really helping them get where they're trying to go. And when they can see that, it's usually a very simple process for them to change what's going on and get what they want. But sometimes when they're stuck in it, it's really hard to understand why things aren't working out the way they'd like.
Now, how do you draw that out of a person? Because you make it sound easy, but you also made a game in 5 weeks. So you kind of tend to do the impossible. So when you sit down with someone, how do you unpack those bad assumptions?
Well, I just listen. What I'm really good at, I mean, if I have one skill, it's being able to really hear someone and then say back to them in a new way what it is they're trying to say to me. I mean, a phrase that I hear very regularly is, "Oh, that's exactly what I meant," or "I couldn't have said it that way." But it's like you need to hear yourself. Most of us, the problem is, it's not that we don't know what we're doing, it's that we really don't know how to listen. We don't know how to tune in. So I'm kind of like an antenna in some ways. What I can do is collect what's going on, and I'm pretty good at hearing not just what you're saying, but what you're meaning and where you're coming from. For some reason, I have that going on. And so I use that skill to help paint a clearer picture of what I'm hearing from someone. And when it comes out right, they know it. When people hear the truth, when people really hear the truth, their own truth, it's very hard to resist. It's very hard to ignore. You don't even have to acknowledge it, but just the hearing it can actually change the way you're going to be.